Hello and welcome. Today we are doing a pick a card reading to uncover what message Source has for you around the money or abundance you want to manifest. This is a timeless reading, so anytime you find this video is exactly when you need to hear this message. As we dive into this reading together, please remember that you are the creator of your reality. So always take what you need from these readings, take what resonates, and leave what doesn't. Find your own truths, clarity, and alignment in these readings, whatever that looks like for you. And if you are new here, then welcome. I am so glad that you are here, that you found this video and this channel. My name is Taylor Eaton, and I am the author of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck, which is one of the decks that I have here for you to pick from today. So a couple of notes for you before we dive in. First, pre-order is currently open for the next print run of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck. So if you want to reserve your copy and get it as soon as possible once it starts to ship, the link to pre-order is in the description and pinned comment below. I created this deck specifically for use in abundance and money or success readings. So if you want to be able to get the guidance you need at any time to manifest more abundance into your life, then this deck is for you. Second, if you want to get access to all of the support, resources, and high vibe, like-minded community you need to manifest more money into your life, then you are more than welcome to come join me inside of the Wealth Vibe membership. This is a low-cost membership that I created to give you monthly challenges with new money manifesting modalities, a book club where we discuss books that are all around money and spirituality, access to exclusive money meditations and mini readings, opportunities for personalized card pulls from me, connection with other like-minded people, and so much more. So if you are ready to finally manifest that next level of wealth into your life, come check out the Wealth Vibe membership. I would love to get to personally connect with you there. The link for the membership is in the description and pinned comment below. Lastly, I do not offer private readings outside of the Wealth Vibe membership, so please do not be scammed by anyone in the comments or on other social media platforms pretending to be me, because I will never message you and ask you to pay me for a reading. Now, let's run through the decks and their crystals so that if you haven't yet, you can pick your reading. So today we have deck 1, deck 2, and deck 3. For deck number 1, for our crystal, we have Desert Rose. For deck number 2, our crystal is Lepidolite. And then for deck number 3, our crystal is Prehnite with Epidote, if I'm saying that correctly. We will be incorporating multiple decks into each of the readings, and I will list all of the decks used in this reading in the description below. You can absolutely watch more than one of the readings if more than one deck is calling to you. That just means that there is guidance for you in each of those readings. So pause the video if you need to, take however long you need to choose to tune into your inner guidance, your intuition, to see which deck or decks or crystals are calling to you. Then click the timestamps below in the description to jump to whichever deck or decks you're called to, and I'll see you in your reading. Hello, deck number 1. This is your reading to uncover what message the universe has for you around your desired money manifestation. The goal with this reading is to channel the message that you need to hear to help you reach that financial breakthrough or miraculous money manifestation. So we're going to dive right in today. I'm going to move your Desert Rose crystal out of the way, and we're just going to start shuffling with the deck you selected. We're going to see what you need to hear about where you are right now, about the money you desire. Let's see what message comes through. I'm keeping it kind of general because I want to really hear what you, really channel what you need to hear. Oh, there's some guidance for you. Start with these, see what we have coming out. We have Dioptes and Larkspur, past life healing, letting go of anger, forgiveness. We have Lava Stone and Red Hot Poker, my body is a safe space. And then we have Gold and Apple, rewriting Queen Code's Her Story, healing distortion. So already a really clear message coming through here is that the abundance you're looking for, the abundance you seek, right? The abundance you desire That is on the other side of healing whatever anger, whatever traumas are stored within your body around money or around the specific situation. It's about, because all these cards, this talks about healing distortion, past life healing. This could be something from a past life. It's also could be something that you're just, like there's a money story that you're carrying that's in your body. It's so deeply rooted. It's in your nervous system. It's in your subconscious mind. My body is a safe space, right? So the universe is saying that this isn't necessarily like, I'm not getting that this is like blocking it, but the way that you're going to most easily get to the abundance you desire is healing whatever's asking to be healed on that physical, nervous system, and subconscious level, right? Like you could do some past life regression, past life healing work if that resonates with you, if you have the tools to do that. What I'm getting more of you is there's some sort of story that you have around what's possible for you, that you have around, this money manifestation, around what you think it's going to take or require of you. And it's something that goes very deep into your psyche, into your subconscious, and is even so rooted that it has an impact on your nervous system. It has an impact. It's being held onto by your body, by the cells. It's like it's configuring your energetic makeup. It's configuring, I'm getting your light body for some reason too, whatever that means for you, right? We all have different interpretations of that. So what I'm getting here is looking back at like, what's the big, deep underlying story that's ready to be healed, right? That maybe needs your attention, or that is begging for your attention, that would just feel so good to be able to truly release and believe that it's not true anymore, right? So taking some time after this reading to reflect on what stories you have, especially around money, that feel so deeply true. Like maybe these will be even things that you maybe don't even consciously question because they're so deep rooted, and getting really clear on that. And this can feel like a very heavy message, but what I'm getting is this is actually, especially with this card coming up, this is actually a very empowering opportunity for you. Because what I'm getting is that the money you want is available to you. The manifestation you want is available to you. And the universe is trying to kind of almost use this desire you have as an opportunity to show you your edges, to show you where you get to heal, where you get to upgrade, where you get to up level. So using this as an opportunity to do that. Again, I don't see that like, there's other ways. I can see other ways that you could get to the abundance you desire that don't require you to heal whatever stories you have, right? And again, I see these as stories of like, really deep stories of like, I'm not good enough in some way, or like money, the kind of money I desire doesn't happen for people like me. It's really hard to attain, or it's a little bit outside of my reach, or I don't, I'm going to have to change so much to get there, right? Like really deep, very general, deep, far-reaching stories that affect a lot of different areas of our life. I just saw 444 for you. Yeah. And they're causing some sort of sense of instability or incapableness of getting to what you desire. So wherever you feel like there's some doubt that you can reach the wealth you desire, that you can have it, that it can happen for you, those are the stories to be really looking at and really healing. But the universe is saying, this isn't the only way to get to the wealth you desire. This is just the opportunity for the most growth along the way to the wealth you desire, which is really beautiful. I often say that who we become on the way to the money we desire is who we'll be when we have the money we desire, right? So if you allow your quest, your journey to more abundance to be an opportunity for you to intentionally shape yourself, intentionally heal things that are ready to be healed, you're going to have so much more enjoyment of the money when you do get there. And when it does manifest, you're going to have so much more ability and energy to call more and more in and to maintain it, right? And you can allow money to not just, we often think money changes us. It's often how we change in the pursuit and the having of money, right? So when you can look at it from that perspective and use this, the universe is saying, use this opportunity wherever you are right now and whatever you're trying to get to, right? The gap of where you are now, the wealth you have or don't have, and where you want to be, the wealth you want to have in the future, right? Or very soon, whatever it is. Use this gap as an opportunity to almost, I'm getting like build a bridge between the gap, and that bridge every step of it, every plank that you lay down along the bridge that you'll walk across is some sort of change, some sort of transformation, intentional change, healing transformation, so that when you get to the other side of the bridge, when you cross this gap and the money does manifest into your life, you've allowed this journey to transform you into who you really want to be. And that's incredibly beautiful and incredibly empowering. So the universe is saying, where you are right now and where you want to be, this gap is happening as an opportunity to show you, to allow these stories to come up, to allow awareness to come up around, where are my edges, right? Where are my edges? Where am I blocked? What stories am I holding? What stories are deep within me that I even are in my body in a way, like in my nervous system, that affect me on a physical level? How can you nurture those stories, heal those stories, understand them, rewrite them even? This could be a very good exercise, is to write down the stories you have and then rewrite your stories and continually rewrite and reaffirm the new stories to yourself over and over once you've done whatever you need to do to let go and forgive whoever, including yourself, needs to be forgiven, right? So there's a lot of deep work that is being presented to you here, but it's not because you're damaged. The universe wants you to know it's not because you're damaged goods. That's not true at all. Deck 1. My guides are saying that all this deep work that's being presented to you, this opportunity for healing, this opportunity, this awareness of feeling blocked or feeling like you can tell that there's something within you that needs to shift in order to manifest the wealth you desire. I'm getting that it's not happening because you're damaged and because you have to heal this in order to get to the wealth you desire. I'm getting that it's happening as an opportunity for profound healing and growth and an understanding of your ability to heal and grow, and how powerful and how nourishing that can be. This is absolutely an opportunity for massive transformation for you, so that you can become who you want to become when you have the wealth you desire first, so that when you get there, you actually are that person, right? We often think, oh, when I have money, that'll change the way I feel, the way I look at life. Nope, it won't. Even if you won all the money you want overnight in the lotto or something like that, you win the lottery, you win multi-millions, 20, 40, $60 million, whatever it is. If you think that having $60 million is going to make you feel more at peace and calm, it might for a few days or a week or a month, but then your old stories, these old habits, if they're not rewritten, they'll probably kick in and you'll still feel anxiety or stress or fear of how do I, but it'll be placed differently, right? It won't be how do I make money, it'll be how do I hold on to this? How do I make sure it's being used properly? How do I not run out? How do I make sure that people aren't coming after me for money and that I'm not a target? How do I, your brain, if it's wired to always be, for example, stressing or feeling scarce around money, even when you have $60 million, $100 million in the bank, you will still find a way to be stressing and feeling scarce around money because that's how your brain is wired, right? It will just change where you allocate the stress or the worry or the feeling of scarcity, right? So the universe is saying this is where you are right now is beautiful and it is perfect and it is this golden opportunity for you to rewrite your stories and to rewrite who you are on almost like a cellular level, on a deep level. This is a very powerful opportunity for you to truly metamorphosize, to truly become who it is you want to become, who you think you need the money first in order to become. And this is the opportunity for you to realize you can become that person now by healing these stories, by rewriting these stories. And it's going to be, that just opens so many doors for you and opens doors for future abundance. We have act as if, be the version of you want to be when you get to all the wealth you desire now, right? Let's see what else you need to hear. I know this feels very deep, but and it can feel kind of dark or kind of discouraging, oh my God, there's so much healing to do, blah, blah, but really I want to reiterate to you, my guides are really being they want you to understand how much of a golden opportunity this is that you've been handed, that you found yourself in, that the universe has set up for you. And it's not a test. It's not the only path to the abundance you want isn't through this healing, but it's just you're going to feel so much better and so much more empowered and so much more of who you want to be down the road if you take this opportunity to look inward and see what can be healed, right? To see those deeper general, really identity level stories that create your self-concept, your sense of self, right? Especially around money or what's possible for you. So this is really a beautiful opportunity, but it's not because you're so broken. It's not because you have to be more healed in order to make more money. There's none of that here. It's really just like you're being given an opportunity for massive up level. But up level can it can feel like you're taking 2 steps back at first, right? It can feel like you're taking 2 steps back at first, but that's just because you kind of have to go back into the past, right? Past to figure out what needs to be uprooted to kind of move that. It's like pulling a slingshot back, right? Like when you pull it back further, then the faster and farther it can go when you release it. That's kind of the point you're at now. So if you've been feeling, ooh, very nice message, source. The source saying if you've been feeling discouraged, like you're never going to get to where you want to go, especially if you're like, I have all this healing work to do, or I just don't feel so blocked, or I'll never get the money I want. The universe is saying you're actually just in that pullback phase where it just looks like you're getting further away from the target that you want. Because you're pulling back, you're doing the deep inner work, you're going into the past, you're uprooting what needs to be uprooted. But then as soon as you do that, you can release and just fly forward faster and hit and surpass the goal you want, right? So this isn't, you're not doing anything wrong, you're not damaged, this is very much happening for you. Be at home, right? My body is a safe space. Be at home. It's really, you're being so encouraged to find more comfort, more nourishment, because you are moving through so many deep things right now. Universe says, Eagle Spirit has your back, which is really nice to know. You are very supported. If you feel alone in this journey, if you feel like you are not supported by the universe, if you feel like this is really hard work that you're doing right now, the universe is like, you're doing a fantastic job. You're moving through everything you need to move through. Again, sometimes it can feel like we're moving backwards, right? Like we're getting further from what we want when we're trying to manifest it. And the universe is like, no, that's a sign of your growth. It's a sign of your expansion. When you think about it, and this was something I did in my absolute abundance transmissions. I channeled these 4 incredibly powerful transmissions around money and the nature of expanding into more wealth. So I'll link that. I'll put that in the description of this video, the absolute abundance transmissions, and in the pinned comment below if that's something you're interested in. But what I wanted to share with that is this idea of expansion, of expanding into more wealth. We often think that expanding into more wealth is very linear, right? That it's this linear progression of you just keep growing, or you keep kind of like go on this upward trajectory. And overall, when you zoom out, that is what it looks like. But oftentimes, and you've seen those graphs, right? Those memes online of like success or progress isn't just a straight upward line. It's like this wibbly wobbly curvy thing, you know, like that you take 2 steps back sometimes in order to move faster, in order to move forward. You have setbacks, right? All those things. But it's similar to that where when we think about expanding, because right now you're very much in a season of expanding into more wealth, but you're just most likely, if this pile's resonating with you, right? Like it's because you feel like you're not, because you're expanding in all directions at the same time when we expand, right? The universe is expanding in all directions infinitely forever right now. And so you're expanding, and there's part of you energetically that is expanding forward into more abundance, but there's also part of you probably very consciously that feels like you're expanding backwards. And it's just because you're expanding in all directions. So you see, like I said, you see where the edges are. And then you heal those things that are preventing you from expanding in certain directions. And so for you, there's just some things that you're having to look at. But this is kind of, I got, see, 444 for you again. It's just, I get the sense you're kind of been looking for this sense of stability and this sign that you're doing, that you're on the right track. You're not behind, or what you can do to get on track. And then you're saying you're on track. Here's your sign, right? Like, here's your sign. You are on track. You're exactly where you need to be. You are expanding. You are going in the direction of the wealth you desire. You just are kind of cleaning up some of the stuff that's blocking some of your expansion in a certain direction. That might be in the direction of the past or in your body, right? Or feeling supported, comfortable. Like you're clearing the things that are blocking that. So when we look at those things and when they are kicked up for us to look at, it often feels like we're moving backwards, but in reality, you aren't. You're moving forward. Right? So the universe just wants you to know that and remember that and remind yourself of that, right? And I see what else we have for you here. But just some nice encouragement. Like you're doing great, Deck One. I know it can feel right now if you're in like a dark night of the soul, or you just feel like things are stagnant or not going where you want. It's not because you're not on track. You're doing a fantastic job. You are moving toward what you want. But it just is about acknowledging that sometimes when you're moving forward, you have to look backwards a little bit in order to keep moving forward, right? And so it's not that you're moving backward, it's just you're looking backward because there's something that needs your attention. That's something that's being kicked up so that you can clear it, so that you can move more quickly in all directions, including into abundance. And of course we have our receiving mode card from our Wealthy Woman deck, which I'll talk about in a second. We have the Artisan card. pull a couple more for you. The Monarch. I feel like we got one more out for you here. And we have the Adventurer. Yeah, so you are very much on a journey. Very much on a journey right now. And that's okay. Like, you're on a journey. This is the thing is, of course, we all think we want to be at a point in our money manifestations where the money's just flowing effortlessly and there's no challenges whatsoever. But there's really very little growth in that other than learning to just hold that flow and maintain it. It's a lesson unto its own. Discussion for another time. But there's very little growth. There's very little actual excitement in that. And there's very little expansion. Again, you're in this period of expansion. You're expanding into knowing your worthiness of all you desire. Again, those stories of, these are both cards about worth in the deck, self-worth. When I channeled this deck, when I wrote it, it's these are both really potent cards. When I think about cards that indicate our worthiness and our knowing our innate worth and our universal worth, our inherent spiritual and personal worth and value that we bring to the table, and worthiness of all that we desire. These are like two of the cards that come to mind first for me. So it's perfect that they popped out for you, because I know we were talking about like these deeper stories of like, I'm not good enough in some way, I'm flawed in some way, so therefore the money I want can't come in, or that doesn't happen to people like me, or I need to lose 10 pounds before I can start that YouTube channel and therefore make all the money I want, or whatever story it is that you're not enough in some way, or that you're lacking in some way, or that you're flawed in some way. It's like all of that indicates like that you've just been disconnected from your true power, your true sense of worthiness. And so the universe is saying that in order to speed up this financial breakthrough you want, this big miraculous money manifestation, it's going to come down to you being willing to, like, if you want to go faster, right? Like, again, there's other paths you can take around whatever this block is what I'm getting. Sometimes we have to go through it and you're being forced to. You don't have to. But whatever these stories are, they're coming up to be cleared so you can move faster. So if you want to, the fastest way to the money you want right now from this point in time that you're watching this deck one is by acknowledging your worth, acknowledging your value, acknowledging how powerful you truly are, and really leaning into the healing of these stories, right? And that's going to open up so much more effortless flow of money into your life. That's going to allow you to expand much more quickly in that direction. But it's such a journey through it. And so not telling the stories of I'm moving backward, telling the story of I'm always moving forward. You are, especially through time. You're always moving forward through time. Like linearly in our 3D reality, you're always moving forward. So you're moving toward the abundance you want. You're inevitably moving toward it. It's just how quickly will you allow it to come through? How much sooner will you start to detach your worth from how much you make or the money in the bank, and instead see your worth on a more cosmic level, a more spiritual level. See the worth in the true value you have just by purely existing, and the fact that you're here and your soul is here. How much can you truly own your main character energy? Really, like, how much can you own your main character energy? How much can you decide that no one gets to tell you how you feel about you or when you're enough except you? Right? So these are kind of the areas to look at, and that's going to open up just so much more effortless flow of abundance, right? If you want support with this, we have a whole challenge that we're doing next month inside the Wealth Vibe membership, specifically around the receiving mode, but it incorporates a lot of these elements of, trusting the path and seeing what kicks up for you as you try to effortlessly like relax your way to more money. And oftentimes there's worthiness issues that come up. So these are all things that we naturally work through in that challenge. So if you want to come join us for that 21-day relaxing your way to abundance receiving mode challenge inside the Wealth Vibe membership, that link is below. And that's there if you want that support. But this really is like, I'm just seeing so much for you. Like, and this doesn't, let's be clear, I'm not getting that you're necessarily someone who's like a pity party and that you're just walking around being so sorry for yourself and feeling so worthless and like you have no value. I don't get that at all. This is just an opportunity for you to deepen, right? The universe is like, this is an invitation to deepen even more fully, even more powerfully into your innate worthiness, your innate value, what you bring to the table, the things that make you you. This is an opportunity, wow, to really fall in love with yourself and fall in love with the version of you you want to become at the end of this journey, right? And become that person now. That's really what this is. So it's a kind of journey of embodiment, but also a journey of healing, a journey of plugging back into your power, your worthiness, your innate, inherent worthiness, your natural state of abundance, right? And the universe is like, but again, you're doing a fantastic job. And this is what I keep getting that you need to hear in order to keep moving forward. You are doing a fantastic job with everything you've done thus far. It's not that you haven't done any of this work before. It's not that you haven't kind of decoupled your worth from money necessarily. Maybe you haven't, but for most of you, I feel like you've done some level of that. It's not that you don't know your worthiness at all. It's not that you haven't done any healing work. It's not that you don't know on some level that you're enough already and perfect and capable of receiving all that you desire, financially or otherwise. It's not that you haven't done any of that. You've actually done a fantastic job of that. It's just that sometimes when we're in the thick of it, we need to hear that you're not off track, you're not lost, you're not doing it wrong. And that's what the universe really wants to communicate to you, that you're not doing it wrong. You're not lost, you're not off the path. You're moving right toward what you want. You're on that path, you're on that adventure of it. But it's an adventure for a reason. It's a journey for a reason. It's like you're allowing the journey, the path to transform you, right? This is an invitation for a huge upgrade, a huge up level. That's why all this stuff's kicking up for you. That's why you feel blocked. If you feel blocked, that's why you feel stuck. That's why you feel like the money isn't coming in. That's why you feel like you're moving 2 steps back. It's because things are being kicked up so that you can get there faster and have grown in the ways you need in order to sustain it and become the version of you fantasize about being when you have that wealth. Because again, you can think that when you have all the money you want, you'll be sipping cocktails on a beach and be so relaxed. But if you don't know how to be relaxed now and be at peace now, whatever your financial situation looks like, at least a little bit, and start creating a habit around that, which again is what we're doing in our Receiving Mode Challenge. So I highly recommend join us for that if it calls to you in the Wealth Vibe membership. If you don't know how to already do that and you haven't cultivated that habit, especially within your body and your subconscious mind, which comes from a deep place of worthiness and safety and security, right? If you don't know how to do that, then when the money shows up, you won't do it, right? You won't be in the habit of doing it. So right now is the time to prepare the habits internally you want to have once you have all the wealth you desire. And that's going to allow, as you heal the things that prevent you from doing that, the blocks, the edges you find that come up along that kind of line of thinking, then you're going to start to open up that flow of abundance. It's going to come in so much faster. That financial breakthrough is like on its way, and it'll pick up so much more momentum because you'll be more of a match to it. And the road to you and the road to it will be a lot more smooth. All right. So really looking at, to sum up for you, deck 1, looking at what deeper stories do I have that prevent me from believing that the money I want is inevitable or that it's close, that it's coming. What self-doubts, what inklings of doubts do I have? Especially around my worthiness, my enoughness. Where do I not feel enough around money? Reflecting on those sorts of questions, seeing what stories come up and doing, the healing work around it. Maybe it's past life healing. Maybe it's literally rewriting these stories into the stories you want to believe and affirming them until your subconscious latches onto them. Maybe it's doing some, more body work. So somatic healing, some breath work, lots of, like that sort of like more bringing it into the physical realm, tapping maybe even, just to help your body integrate that upgrade and those new rewritten beliefs, right? And as you do that and know that this is all part of the process, that it's part of the up level and it's not that you're off track, the more you can uncover your worth and move forward on this adventure faster and receive all the wealth you desire. So yeah, there you go. Deck 1. Really exciting. I thought this was going to be a lot more like, you got it, rah, rah, rah. But it is. It's still that. But this message was very much like, I can sense that there's some sort of deepness, darkness, this sense of like, am I doing it right within you? And the universe is like, yes, you are doing it right. It's just part of the process, right? So, and I can attest to that personally. I've been doing this work on myself for like a decade. I've been doing it professionally for 6 years now. And I can attest to the fact that it is this journey of manifesting more wealth, abundance in new ways, in more aligned ways, with more ease, at greater levels. All of that, it's just at every level, it feels like you're almost starting over again, but you're not. You have all of the tools and all of the lessons you've already learned. It's just now you have to kind of, like go through some strength training a little bit or some endurance training or, just be ready for that next level. And that requires some discomfort at times, some looking backwards at times, but you're not necessarily moving backwards unless you tell the story that you are. You're just looking backwards as you continue to move forward so that you can move forward faster, right? So, all right, deck one, I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below letting me know what you took from it and how it resonated. I truly appreciate all of the comments you've all been sharing on these videos. They mean the world to me. So feel free to comment if you feel called to. Don't be shy. You are, of course, welcome to subscribe to my channel for future card readings for abundance if you're not already subscribed. And if you want, come join me inside the Wealth Vibe membership so you can get access to our upcoming Receiving Mode Challenge and all of the resources, support, and community you need to more easily manifest the wealth you desire into your life, then I would love to get to connect with you there. The link for the membership is in the description and pinned comment below. And if you want to pre-order your copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck, so you can get divine guidance on demand for all things money and abundance and learn, just have more tools at your disposal to navigate the journey, right, of reaching that next level of abundance and then the next, then the link for the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck is in the description and pinned comment below. After you pre-order, be sure to claim your copy of the exclusive 2-hour wealth activation reading that I'm giving away for free as a thank you for pre-ordering. That link is also below. That offer will expire at the end of this month, so don't wait, right, to pre-order your copy and claim that 2-hour wealth activation reading. So with all that being said, I am wishing you massive prosperity and abundance, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye. Hello, deck number 2. This is your reading to uncover what message the universe has for you around your desired money manifestation. The goal with this reading is to channel the message that you need to hear to help you reach that financial breakthrough or miraculous money manifestation. So we're going to dive right in. We're going to move your crystal out of the way. We're going to start shuffling the deck that you picked here. And I just want to see what the universe has to start you off with. Let's shuffle through these that just fell out. White Raven Spirit, trust in the magic. I'm getting for you, and watch and wait also. We have Seahorse Spirit, and we have Parrot Spirit. Watch your words. Really interesting. Okay, so what I'm getting for you with these cards that just popped right up for you, deck 2, is I'm getting that in some ways, I get that there's really good things happening in your life or about to start happening, especially with your money, with your career, with your money manifestations, the thing you're desiring. And the universe wants you to see the magic in it and trust in the magic of it. And there's almost this like hesitancy. I'm getting that you're like, I'm hesitant to believe it can be this easy or that good, or that the way I think things might start be working out right now, or the things that I think might be coming or that I've been manifesting. I almost like don't want to get excited about it. I don't want to get excited. And the universe is saying, get a little bit excited. Like, get a little bit excited so that you can attract it more quickly to you. And also so that you don't miss it, because when you're excited and you're expecting something, you're looking around for it and you're going to notice it more. You're on the lookout for it rather than looking for the opposite, for the evidence of like, oh, well, it's not coming, or I knew I couldn't get that excited, or I had to wait for the other shoe to drop, right? So I'm getting especially this with the watch your words. Like, are you telling people like, yeah, I applied for that job, but I don't know, I'm not getting excited. And it's like, get a little excited. You can say, I'm optimistic. I'm not putting all my eggs in one basket, but I'm optimistic, right? Like, your words become your reality because you say them enough, whether to yourself or out loud, that becomes your subconscious beliefs, the things that you start defaulting to, right? So the universe is saying, some really magical things happening for you that are lining up. I'm getting that you've started to see some of the signs, some of the kind of like little, birds before land kind of thing, especially with birds here, right? Yeah, like you're getting a lot of the signs that it's about to come, or that like it might be happening in this really fantastic way. And the universe is saying like, let yourself believe that it could be coming this way. Right? And just watch and wait and see what comes. It doesn't mean you have to do anything. It doesn't mean, like, oh my gosh, I saw this sign. I think things are going to start working out the way I want them to. Or it's so magical. It's going to happen so easily. Oh my gosh, I think my manifestation is almost here. Oh my gosh, could it be that I am actually going to get that dream job, or that I actually am going to get that huge raise, or that, this thing could be how it comes in. Like, it doesn't mean that. Other than that, it doesn't mean like, oh, then go start being like, oh, because I think it's coming in, I'm going to go spend all this money I don't have, right? It doesn't mean that. It's like, watch and wait. Like, don't take any actions that commit yourself to anything yet. Leave room for miracles. Stay open to things, to the magic working out. But trust in the magic that you are seeing. And if you're not seeing any right now, I'm getting the guidance to start looking around, looking for the magic, intentionally looking for the signs. The universe is always speaking to you. It is always speaking to you through different people, through different animals, through different objects, through different circumstances, synchronicities, angel numbers, like so many different ways that the universe is trying to speak to you, but you have to be looking for it, right? So often, because the universe is always speaking to us, because we're a part of it, right? But because it's always speaking to us, it's very easy to write off the language of manifestation, the language of abundance that it uses, right? It's very easy to write off those signs. It's very easy to write off how powerful your words are as well, because you live in a universe that's always, you're part of it. So it's always communicating with you in different ways. And if you just normalize that and don't see the magic that's all around you at every moment, that's always coming to you the way the universe is speaking to you, then you'll miss it, right? Because you're just so inundated in it. It's the same way like that a fish probably doesn't know that it's in water, right? Because it's all around it. It's the same way as like, unless we're told it, we don't really understand that there's air all around us, right? Unless we study that, unless we dig into that, unless we learn that fact. Like it's something that's so pervasive that just we take for granted. And that's very much the universe's gang is like, what you want can come. It can come in a miraculous way. Start trusting in the magic and start looking for the magic and watch and wait and allow the magic to come in. See the signs, see the way the universe is speaking to you, and watch your words, because your words also create your reality. And they're a good indicator of what you believe or what you're creating for yourself. So if you've been doing manifestation work or intentionally trying to call in a certain job or a certain amount of money or something like that, but whenever you talk about money to your friends, you go, oh, man, I'm going to be broke forever. Or, oh, man, we'll see if I can afford it. Like, if you're talking about like a vacation down the road or something like that, or, like, oh, I'm trying not to get excited about this job. It's like that indicates the doubt that it's coming, that it's possible for you. So instead, you don't have to say you have it when you don't in the 3D reality, but you get to say more things like, yeah, I know one day I'm going to be a totally different financial situation, or like, oh yeah, sometime in the future, I'd love to take that trip. That sounds great. I'm going to, make that a priority, right? Like you get to say those sorts of things, right? They're non-committal. You don't have to commit yourself to buying a plane ticket right now or, anything like that. But it just means, you watch your words. They're a good indicator of how much you're trusting in the magic, how much you're looking for it, and also what you're creating, right? What you're available to receive. So some kind of cool stuff, but it's really exciting. There's good, exciting, magical stuff coming for you. It's already starting to manifest into your life. Look for the magic and make it mean something. Make it a big deal. Get excited about it, right? You can have that level of detachment. It's good to have that level of detachment to be like, well, if it doesn't happen this way, it can happen another way. If it doesn't happen now, it can happen later. Maybe that'll be better, and everything is always happening for my highest good. Maybe I'm being redirected. Like you can have that level of healthy detachment. But the universe is just trying to pull you out of any sort of backslide you might go into around, doubting or talking yourself out of what you are currently manifesting and what is manifesting into your life, right? Like see the good, allow yourself to believe that what you want is actually coming, right? And that the signs are actually lining up for it and things are starting to pop into your reality. Also celebrate those little things that do pop into your reality, right? See what else the universe has to share with you. Some cards there for you. We have the Diamond Ray, Diamond Light Body, High Frequency Activations, Planetary Grid Work. We have Herkimer Diamond and Snowdrop, Resurrection, Commitment, Purification, Devotion. We have Garnet and Lady's Mantle, Womb Healing, Sexual Power, Sovereignty. I want to get a couple more cards. I want some more guidance on. I have some inklings here, but give me more guidance here, please. Guides, Collective. One other. This one to come out for you. Here we go. Here are your two. Golden Topaz and Yellow Rose, Abundance, Raising Your Vibration, Light Missions, Raw Activations, and Crystal Grid. Focus, create with intent. There we go. All right. Thank you, universe. That's what I needed. So I get that you've been quite consciously trying to upgrade and clearly like manifest more abundance. Duh, right? That's why you're watching this reading. But I get that you've come further than you realize. Deck 2. Like the universe is saying you've come further than you realize, you've up-leveled further than you realize, you've increased your point of attraction more than you realize around money. And now it's just time, it's like you've done the dirty work, you've done the inner work, and now it's time to keep your eye on the prize, be focused, trust the magic, looking for the magic, and really allowing your vibration to continue to rise around money. But you've done the healing work, you've purified things, there might still be, there's always levels, right, for us to continue to heal on, to continue to connect to our power on. There's always new levels to upgrade to elevate to expand to. There are always new ways we can commit to ourselves, to our own healing work, things like that. But like, you've done enough. The universe is saying you've done enough for the wealth you want to desire. At this point in time, with where you are right now and what you want to manifest into your life in terms of money or success or, career, you've done enough. You've cleared the things that need to be cleared. You've done that. Now it's just a matter of focusing. I keep getting eye on the prize. Focusing, creating with intent. Remember, watching your words, looking at your words, looking at, it's just like, what are those last little bits of habits that you've already cleared, but the habits are still there that you're not even fully aware of? Like, just let those go. They're going to be easy to release for you. Let them go. Just bring some conscious awareness to them. Let them go. This is a great question to reflect on, journaling prompt or otherwise. What new habits am I ready to now install? What new habits would I have at my next level of abundance in the way that I speak, the way that I look at signs from the universe, the way that I feel like I'm communicating with the universe, the way that I get excited about things? What new habits, inner habits, right, would I have, and verbal habits would I have around money? And how can I start upgrading to those now? How can I start assuming those now and taking those on? And that's going to help you raise your vibration, allow you to really upgrade on this, this high frequency upgrade, light missions, activations, right? Like lots of things are activating for you. Again, lots of magic, lots of abundance is activating for you. Keep your focus on what abundance is activating and growing more in your life right now, Deck 2. Keep your focus there. And that's going to help you so much to wait patiently while it manifests, to watch and wait, to be able to change your words to what you say, what you focus on, right? There's going to be so much growth that comes from you, and so much more quicker abundance manifesting into your life the more that you look at the abundance that's already, and focus on the abundance that's already starting to increase and activate in your life. It's incredibly powerful. So, very cool. Let's see what our wealthy woman deck has to say. What else do you need here? This one wants to come for you. The Champion card. I'm going to pull a few more for you. Get a complete picture here. This wants to come up. Yep, Fortress of Protection. This is what I was talking about with releasing those old little habits that, like the remnants of old habits, right? The remnants of old stories, right? Or especially the way you talk about money, the way you relate to other people's money. This is something that we're currently doing inside of the Wealth Fed membership right now, which you're welcome to hop in at any time and check this out, even if the challenge is wrapping up. But our current challenge this month, which we're most of the way through, but it's about money negativity detox. And it's like detoxing these little bits of habits, especially the way we speak about money and relate to other people about money. If you find that that's something that's a hard habit for you to shift or break, the more conscious awareness you're like, wow, I really am not speaking like an abundant person, or like that next level upgraded version of me would be, then come join me in the membership and check out that challenge. Even if we're already wrapped with it, I tend to leave the challenge instructions there for a long time so that you can go back and revisit and learn those modalities yourself at your own pace. But really, it's like the universe is like, what are you not letting go of? What old habits have you done that you've uprooted them? It's just like they're just clinging on the surface level, and let those go so that you can call in more abundance, so that you can actually receive more abundance with ease. The universe really wants to rain abundance down on you. It's like, I get that it's already starting to rain abundance down on you. Again, this magic, right, that we're talking about. The universe wants to, is trying to shower you with abundance. Are you letting it in? Right? Are you looking for it? Are you allowing it to be that good and that easy? Are you allowing this eon of excess to come into your life, right? Are you allowing the wealth in? Are you allowing the goodness in, the abundance in? It's all activated for you. I see everything activated for you. Sometimes it's just a matter of letting it in, right? Let it in by focusing on what's already activating. Look for it. Expect it. Right? Let yourself get excited. There's no catch-22 I'm getting. There's no catch-22. There's no hidden, other shoe that you have to wait for it to drop, right? That's what I keep getting, is that there's just this, like, it can't be that good. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. Because you deserve it. That's what we're getting with the Champion card here. You deserve things to be this good, this easy. You deserve, it's if your logical mind needs some sort of reason to believe it can be as good as you think it's about to be, look back on everything you've overcome, all the things you've healed, all the situations you've moved through that were challenging, all the ways you've grown. You've done enough. Deck 2. I know I said that earlier. It keeps coming through. You've done enough. This is what you need to hear to keep going, to keep being patient, to keep watching and waiting and looking for and trusting in the magic. And it's just, at this point, it's just a matter of, like, almost that faith, right? That faith. Saw 333 for you. It's a nice confirmation. You've done enough. You've done enough in your life up to this point to be ready for the wealth you desire, to have put in your time, if you want to look at it that way, right? If your logical mind needs to be like, you can't just receive money without giving or sacrificing in some way. You've already sacrificed enough, if that's what you need to hear. That's not even necessarily how money works, but that's what you need to hear to believe you can open up and let it be this easy, then do that. Look back on everything you've overcome, all the challenges you've had, and see how much you've already done to be worthy of this money. You're already worthy, right? You're already worthy. But if your ego won't let that story go, look back at all that you've already done to be worthy of this, and for it to get to be this easy for you. And know that it's not just that this money, I will say, there's no catch and there's no strings attached to the way this money is going to come in. I do get that, though, like, the universe is delivering it to you because it knows you're going to do so much good with it. That's also why it gets to be this easy. Right? The universe is saying the reason it gets to be this good of how you think it's about to manifest, or the way you've daydreamed it manifesting, and then you go, oh, that's too easy. It can't just happen like that. The universe says, yes, it can. And yes, it will, because the universe is like, you've done all the work. You've become this kind of person that the universe wants to give money to, because you're going to do so much good with it. Even if it's to serve yourself first, by you taking care of yourself first, or your family first with the money, it's like, that's going to take care of others. That's going to have a ripple effect, right? So no matter what it is that you do with the money, the universe knows the intent is good, and it's there, and it's like, just let it in. Let me give this to you, right? Let me give you this gift. Receive it without doubting or thinking there's strings attached to that. There's going to be some karmic backlash. Nope, none of that. This is really pure, beautiful abundance coming your way. Deck 2. It's so exciting to see. You just, like, know that it's coming because the universe knows and sees that you're going to do such good with it. You are going to do such good with it, no matter where, as long as you're listening to what feels aligned to do with the money, and not fearful of what you think you should do or what the past version of you do, but what feels correct to you to do with the money, what feels the most supportive, the most safe, the most expansive. As long as you're doing that with the money, it's going to help you and everyone around you. It's going to have these major ripple effects. It's going to have such a positive impact in the world. So that's why you get to have more than enough coming in. That's why it gets to happen so easily. So let it be that easy. Let it be that easy, right? I'm going to pull some more from another deck here. Get any last little guidance in here. I want to know what you need to do to speed up this. It's already coming. I think really it's a matter. Just look for it and expect it and get excited about it and don't doubt it. And don't put your faith in the fear that it might not come. But also, if you want to speed up this money manifestation, speed it up a little bit, look at any ancestral patterns that you could break, right? Any patterns, honestly, some of these patterns that you're holding on to, even though you've done the healing around them, they might not even be yours. That's the interesting thing, is when we start to heal things, we often think like you're healing your own baggage, but a lot of the time we're healing stories that we don't even necessarily really identify with. We've been carrying them because they've been passed down by our parents, maybe by their parents, maybe by their parents. It's like they've been passed down to you by the people who raised you, by society. So look at this will just help you speed it up. Again, you've done enough, but if you want to speed up the manifestation things, look at like these little, again, these surface level, the words you speak, the way you talk about money, the way you relate to other people about money. Look at that sort of stuff. And also just the surface little habits, or the things that indicate that like you don't believe it's actually coming, you're not letting yourself get excited. Look at those things and say, are these really my stories? Or did I learn them from someone else? Have I just been carrying them? They're not even mine. I don't even really believe them. I get that you don't believe them. I'm getting the guidance that you've healed the things you need to heal to be ready for the money you want. You've done enough. Deck 2. Any little like old patterns you have that still aren't upgraded, that haven't been upgraded to match the version of you you're becoming, and the abundance you desire that's not congruent with that, those patterns are not even yours. They're things that once you bring your conscious awareness to them and go, oh, this is where I learned it. I learned it from my mom. I learned it from my dad. I learned it from my grandma. I learned it from the people who raised me. I learned it from my teachers. Like whatever it is, when you identify what those patterns are that you're still clinging to, it's going to speed up and open up these manifestations, because they're not even necessarily blocking it. It's just they're slowing you down a bit, right? I saw 111 for you and 1818 at the same time. Nice confirmation to definitely check that out and look into that. I'm also getting that if you want to speed up your manifestations, get grounded again. And ground yourself, not just in the present moment, and with nature, sure, you can do that. It's always a good thing to do. But get grounded in the things that are manifesting, the abundance, right? That's manifesting into your life. Ground yourself into it. Anchor in that energy, because it's already appearing. Where is abundance already being activated in your life? Deck 2, right? Like I was saying, where is it already being activated in your life? Where are you seeing more abundance, financial or otherwise? And how can you anchor into that and really lean into that and almost exploit or expand that energy and that appreciation and that see it as that sign of like, it's coming, because look at this abundance expanding in this part of my life, or in this way, or in this area of my finances, or wherever it is, and really ground into it and anchor into it and revisit it and connect with that and make a big deal about it and get excited about it and see it as a sign that what you want is coming, that your abundance is expanding in your life, right? Like my collective is just getting really excited, being like, there's ways you can speed up these money manifestations. Part of it's just by allowing yourself to trust in the magic, but it's also these things specifically, right? So a lot of really, really good guidance there to help you tap into that. But yeah, you've done enough, Deck 2. You've done enough. I can't stop saying that. I feel like there's a part of you, if there's a part of you, especially if you got that, oh wow, if there's a story that you haven't done enough, that it's really never enough, that you need to be doing more, but there's not like a defined amount. It's just this nebulous, like, I'm not enough, I'm never doing enough to make the money. Look into that story and see where you pick that up from, because I'm getting that at this point, any remnants you still have of that, of not really like, or like, it can't be that easy, blah, blah, blah. Those stories we started off the reading with, those could very well be stories that aren't even yours anymore, but you're still carrying around like they are. They're from your parents, your guardians, whoever brought you up, your people in your further down your lineage. Like, go look into that and identify, where do you think you picked that up from? And honestly, even just bringing that conscious awareness to it can help you release it and then allow you to ground into all the abundance that is blooming all around you already. Wow, really, really cool. Deck 2. All right, Deck 2. This is your reading. This is really, keep going. Like, you've done enough. The money's coming. Allow it in. Break those chains. Get grounded into what abundance is already activating in your life, and allow yourself to receive it. Watch your words, right? Watch the way you talk about money. Where can you release surface level habits and baggage that isn't yours around money? And that's going to speed it up for you, because that financial breakthrough is coming, and it's close. So really exciting. Deck 2. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below letting me know what you took from it and how it resonated. I always really appreciate getting to see your comments and hearing how these readings connect with you. It means the world to me to see your comments. So please do comment if you feel called to. Don't be shy. You are, of course, if you're not already, welcome to subscribe to my channel for future card readings for abundance. And if you want to come join me inside the Wealth by membership so you can get access to our current, money negativity detox challenge, also our receiving mode challenge to allow things in with ease almost magically. That's the next challenge that's coming up here. Plus all of the resources, support, and community you need to more easily manifest the wealth you desire into your life, then I would love to get to connect with you there inside the membership. The link for that is in the description and pinned comment below. And if you want to pre-order your copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck so you can get divine guidance on demand for all things money and abundance, the link for that is also in the description, pinned comment below. When you pre-order, be sure to claim your copy of the exclusive 2-hour wealth activation reading that I'm giving away for free to everyone who pre-orders. The link to claim that is also below. And that offer is only good through the end of this month, so don't wait to pre-order and claim your exclusive copy of that reading. So with all of that being said, I'm wishing you massive prosperity and abundance and just magic and allowing that abundance to grow and activate more in your life, and knowing you're worthy of it, and truly knowing that you've done enough, you're worthy of it, it's coming in. Deck 2. I wish that for you so much. And I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye. Hello, deck number 3. This is your reading to uncover what message the universe has for you around your desired money manifestation. So the goal with what I'm reading for here is to channel the message you need to hear to help you reach that financial breakthrough or miraculous money manifestation. Maybe even what you need to hear to keep going toward it, right? Just some encouragement here. So I'm going to move your crystal out of the way. We're going to dive right in. We're going to get to shuffling. Pick the Wealthy Woman deck to start with. So we are going to just dive in. I want to see what the universe says you need to hear about the wealth you are manifesting. I feel like this card has been coming up so much for so many of us in these readings. If this is like your second or third or even fourth time seeing this card on my channel in the last month or so, please comment and let me know. I don't think it'll be all of you because we have so many different videos and decks, like different polls each video, but this card has come up so much recently for this channel, and I'm laughing. I've even put the deck aside for now because the message is so strong, which is that in order for that big financial breakthrough to come, for it to come more easily and as quickly as it can, you've got to be still. You've got to be still. And when we say still, it doesn't mean you're not doing anything to take action to make money or to call it in. It doesn't mean you just stop your manifesting practices or you stop going to work. It's none of that. But it means that you're just slowing down, especially in your thoughts, in your mind, right? I'm getting because with our Alchemist card. It's because things are transmuting on a very deep, I'm getting spiritual and subconscious level for you. Deck 3. Things are transmuting. Things are changing. You've been changing. I'm getting rewriting your cellular point of attraction. These are such interesting messages around DNA and cellular things that are coming up today. I normally don't get that sort of stuff channeling through. I feel like I'm channeling from a slightly different collective than I normally channel with. Just that's who's coming forward. But there's so much that's being, of course, the collective I'm channeling right now is very much a collective of healers, a race of healers, and they are, really saying that so much is being mended on your behalf right now. Deck 3, which is really cool. This is very unique guidance. I don't think I've ever channeled something quite like this before. But you are channeling, you're not channeling, you are healing without even having to really try to. I get that you've done healing work, but you are healing so much is rewriting itself in your DNA, on your cellular level, on a biological level, on a spiritual level. Things are being mended for you, right? And we have mend the flow. And what's crazy is as soon as I pulled this card, it started just pouring rain outside my window right now. The flow of water, of abundance, of healing is just strong right now, and things are happening on your behalf. I'm getting from your guides, your cosmic team, your spiritual team, from your higher self, from God, right? Whatever resonates with you, but things are being mended on your behalf. I'm seeing any situations with money that you feel like are a setback or something that needs to be resolved. It's being resolved. It's gonna basically take care of itself from this point on, as long as you don't rush it and force things and then sabotage the progress that's being made on your part. Things are happening behind the scenes. Things are happening beneath your conscious awareness. You are transforming. You're alchemizing. Your point of attraction is alchemizing around money. Situations in your life around money are alchemizing. Things are changing, and it's the universe is just lean back and let me do it for a little bit. Is what I'm getting. Lean back and let me alchemize these things for you. Right? So that's very exciting to hear. There's nothing, I won't say there's nothing you have to do. You still gotta do the things you need to do to make money. Still go to work. Still, save. Still budget. Still, be mindful with your money. Still do your manifestation practices if you do them, or your daily routines to get in alignment. But in terms of, trying to force any situations to a conclusion or to a resolution, or trying to force the money to manifest, hands off for now is what I'm getting. Hands off, be still, because things are going on your behalf. You are being taken care of. The situation is being taken care of. The money you want is being aligned and taken care of and organized and orchestrated for you. So really beautiful. You get to just, allow it to come through in its own way. Bobcat Spirit, life is a mystery, right? The way things work out, that the workings of the universe, especially in the way money flows to us, we like to think as humans, because money is a man-made concept, right? We like to think that we understand the flow of money. We like to think we know how to make it come in, how to control it. But if we truly did, more people would be wealthy, right? Like, it's not necessarily a fully strategic game. Strategy can be involved, but there's a lot of mystery. There's a lot of luck involved. Luck, which is something we can manifest and create for ourselves, right? There's a lot of synchronicity. There's a lot of, things just working out, being in the right place, the right time, finding the right people, the right connections, having the right ideas at the right moment. Like, the way these things come to us is very much a mystery. When you acknowledge that, you can lean more into being patient and understanding that life gets to work itself out however it needs to work itself out. This is how you make your dreams real. This is a level of surrender, right? It's a level of surrendering to the universe. It's a level of, I've never pulled this card from this deck to my knowledge. Like, that's really cool. Again, I'm very much channeling from a very different place for this reading. I saw 555 for you. Nice confirmation. Also probably confirmation for me that I am indeed channeling from my other collective. Having this level of surrender, this level of trust in the universe, this level of trusting and being almost curious about the mystery of how things are going to work out instead of trying to predict it or trying to force yourself into knowing or forcing things into the how, right? Being okay with allowing things like in enjoying the adventure of seeing how is it going to unfold? How is it going to happen? How is this situation going to be resolved? How is the money going to come in? How? And keep aligning with it, keep taking your aligned actions, but just be curious about it and have fun. Let it be a journey. This is how your dreams become real. This is that level of detachment so many people seek around money that's so hard to reach for so many of us, is by just getting curious about it and letting life be a little bit of an adventure, a little bit of a mystery, right? And opening up to that and knowing that things can be working out without you realizing how or when, or that they're even working out for you, that they're even being handled on your behalf. Like, so much then can be brought into your existence without you having to lift a finger, having to do anything other than what feels truly aligned and what just feels easy for you. And this is also, if you have trouble trusting that, you don't need to force, you don't need to stick your hand in the pot in order to make it boil, right? Like, if you have trouble believing that on a financial level, on a manifestation level, definitely come join me inside the Wealth membership, because what we're doing next month, our challenge in June, is our receiving mode challenge, where I'm actually going to be, like, the challenge requires you to get still, mentally and physically still, for a few minutes each day. And you can, you're like, we've done this challenge before in the membership. It is probably the most popular challenge we've done in there. And the results people have had have been phenomenal. It's this challenge that most members have continued to do that modality after we've wrapped up the challenge on their own for like months now. And so we're going to revisit it next month. And it's so powerful. It's something I do regularly. And when I don't, I see the backlash. Like, I see the stagnation of my manifestations, especially around money. So come join us in that, because what we're doing with the Receiving Mode Challenge incorporates this sacred stillness, this true patience, this being, very much in the moment and still, and not trying to force the money to come to you. It's very much about relaxing your way into more abundance. But it's also going to help you trust that more. It's going to help you trust that the more that you kind of lean into the unknown, the more what you want can come. It's so interesting how we doubt that, right? So that link for the membership is below if you want to come join me. Regardless, it is interesting, right? See how much we doubt. It sounds counterintuitive, right? Like, the less I know, the more I can get exactly what I want. That doesn't seem like that should work, right, on a logical level. But if you really want to break it down, it's like there's so many factors and so many possible variations of things, so many potentialities, so many just different infinite paths and things, ways things can work out and things that can happen at any moment, that all would have to come together to bring you exactly what you want, right? All the money you desire. But when you try to think you in your little conscious mind know best and know exactly how the money needs to come in, and you try to force it to come in that way, or force things to resolve a certain way so that the more money can flow to you, you limit the universe. You're like, and all of your possible potential, actually just make it come this one little tiny route. And the universe is like, maybe it shouldn't come that way. Maybe that way is actually not what you want. Maybe it's actually going to create different side effects that you really don't want. And actually the money could come a lot easier over here if you were just open to some some mystery, open to not knowing for a little bit, right? And being able to trust that. And it requires a lot of trust. It requires a lot of faith. That's not an easy thing for us to cultivate within ourselves, but that's what we're doing in the membership. So come join me if you want in that. And, but really this is what the universe is trying to ask you to do. It's like, I got this. I got this. Let me handle it. We're always saying we want, that we want the universe to like just deliver to us. And the universe is like, I'm doing it right now. I'm finally doing that for you. Are you going to let me? Or are you going to jump in and just be like, I'd rather do it myself because then I feel more in control. But do you really? Because oftentimes when we do that from that place of feeling like I need to be in the control, we often don't get the results we want. And then we feel even less in control. And we make stories around how what I do doesn't work, or I'm not good enough, or the money isn't coming in, right? So just something to keep in mind, right? Sometimes we think we know best, but do we really know best in the grand scheme of the universe? Not always. There's always enough, and be playful, right? With our sandpiper spirit and our koi fish spirit. So again, be playful. Life is a mystery. See, just have that curiosity. Ooh, how is this going to turn out? How can I move forward from there? What could be coming, right? Like what's working out for me on my behalf? But there's always enough. And this is something, wow, this is a good mantra for you if you want to anchor in this belief, that to help you believe, like when you really think about how much money is out there, and the way it's circulating, it's like there is always enough, and it can come to you in really miraculous or easy ways, or ways that are just easy, right? Even if they're predictable. But there is always enough. And even though, our society maybe doesn't have the distribution of wealth how it maybe should, to the benefit of all, it's still, anything can happen at any time, especially on an individual level for you, right? You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. There's a lot that can happen, and there is always enough. And having that mantra, and also realizing that sometimes to get what you want, you don't always need like cold hard cash. Sometimes you need like, like if you want a house, there are other ways to getting a house than just paying for it and having enough money to buy it, right? Maybe you win it. Maybe someone leaves something to you in an inheritance. Maybe there's some sort of government opportunity that allows you to have a house at a much lower cost, and you actually need much less money than you think you need to have it, right? Like there are a lot of ways that you can get that house, as an example, or what you want, without having to have the money. Of course, you can still want the money, but there's always enough. There's always enough for you to get what you want. You can even say that there's always enough for me to get what I want. There's always enough for me to have what I want. There's always enough for me to receive what I want. Those sorts of affirmations, if they resonate with you, would be really great, the universe is saying, to be repeating in order to help you keep going and keep, trusting that it's coming, right? Stay the course, right? So pretty exciting there. Let's get some more guidance for you. I want to know how you can speed up this financial. Honestly, the more you trust and enjoy the mystery of it, the more it'll speed up. But let's see if there's anything else in specific you can do that wouldn't muddy the waters and wouldn't interfere, but would allow you to kind of draw the abundance to you faster. We have Azurite and Orchid, Lyrian Stargate, Personal Power, Healing, Entanglements, Throat Opening. We also have Lilac Spirit, Community, Healing, Division, Teamwork, Freedom. So some things you can look at, things to help you get into the sacred stillness more, be more patient, and also speed up the money manifestations. First of all, these two really go together, honestly, is what I'm getting, is that especially if there's a situation you're trying to resolve around money, ask yourself, how can I see me and whatever other parties, I just saw 333 for you, whatever other parties are involved in this, how can I see us as a team? What's our common goal? What's our shared vision? What do we both want? If you can zoom out far enough, do we both want this to resolve and be done? Do we both want to come out with more money? Do we both want to, have this successful project, even if we are in different teams and it's creating a lot of butting heads? Like, what is it? What's the big common goal? How can you zoom out far enough to see what the common goal is that you both have? The more you can stay focused on that, the more you might also have ideas to suggest to them, or to suggest to someone involved, right? To use your personal power, it says throat opening, use your voice, communicate with your community, communicate with the people around you who have the shared common goal, and suggest solutions, or just say, hey, I know we both want this. I hope we can get to that. Or even just keeping that in mind and holding that energy of the common goal and both reaching that common goal together, rather than, you know, like, you need to do this in order for me to reach my goal, or I need to do this in order for you to reach this goal, and so someone's always out, or blah, blah. Like, try to find that win-win solution, that win-win situation, or even just imagine one so that you can open yourself up to the possibility of there being a win-win situation, and then allow that to come to fruition, right? Like, just holding the energy of it and imagining one possible way that might happen, but also knowing it can happen so many other ways, because life's a mystery. But even just opening yourself to, like, what's the solution that could happen that would make us all really happy and would resolve this, or would allow more money to come to us, or hit that common goal, right? And the more you can hold that belief that there is something, there's a possibility, because you can imagine it, the easier the universe can deliver one to you, right? And the more you become a match for it and attract it. So that's something. I'm also getting that for some of you, it might be very healing to find community that understands a lot of what you're doing here. That's on the same page about seeing life as a mystery, not needing to micromanage the universe and trying to predict exactly how the money's going to come in, and not, you know, like, muddying the water and trying to control every little thing and believing the universe is working things out for you. So if you have friends like that, connecting with them more at this time will be really helpful to speed up, again, the energy of what you want manifesting into your life. If you don't have those people in your life, you're welcome to, again, come join me in the Wealthify membership. Built a whole community there that's super supportive, like-minded, you know, like, who saw 555 for you, some nice confirmation, who truly want to, you know, support one another and love to lift each other up and celebrate each other. And also, you know, just like, if you're like, I'm having trouble believing that I can enjoy the mystery of life and what I want will come to me and that there's always enough, there's, like, we want to support you in building that belief and give you our tools that we use, each personally or collectively, to help you with that. So that's available. Again, that link is below. But we're going to pull just a couple more cards for you here before we wrap up. That just flew out for you. Let's see what this one is. Let's fix our cards first, though. Always bothers me when they get super messy. I like them pretty. I don't know about you guys. I know some readers just throw them on the you know, not on the ground. They just throw them wherever, and that's fine. I like, I don't know. I think there's something sacred about organizing them. And they tell a story for me that way, too. Share your voice, of course. Come out of the cave, persecution, expression. Again, what we were talking about, like, using your voice to communicate, there was some healing and personal power around this, and healing entanglements, right? Situations around money with other people. There's maybe that story that's holding back, like, I can't say what I want, or if I speak up, it's going to not result in what I want. It's going to be damaging. So 1717 for you, some nice repeating numbers. That there's some reason you shouldn't speak your voice, you shouldn't speak your truth, you shouldn't communicate what you want and try to find that community or try to find that shared goal. But sharing your voice is going to help in this situation, right? So there might be some healing work you need to do in order to kind of be comfortable sharing your voice, but that's going to help also speed things up, right? And get to that resolution or that desired outcome faster for you. The Rogue, yeah. This is speaking to whatever situation you currently are in. It's like, even if it felt like it's not what you want right now, or when it first happened, it's absolutely a blessing in disguise. Absolutely a blessing in disguise. It's absolutely gearing you toward exactly what you want, toward all the gifts and the abundance you want blooming in your life, right? So you're getting exactly what you want, and everything's working out. It's being resolved on your behalf. It's working out in your favor, Deck 3, which is really beautiful. The universe is supporting you. The universe has your back. There's always enough. Be playful about it. Be curious. Allow things to work out in their own unique way, their own miraculous, magical way, so that you can, they can actually come into your reality and you don't block them. But, don't be afraid this is an opportunity that's happening to help you find your voice a little bit more, to help you speak up for yourself, to help you maybe communicate in a different way with people. That's going to open up more abundance. Also in the long term, I see that you think this might just be a short term thing. This is very much bleeds out into the long term in a really positive way once you do find your voice, and calls in more abundance that way. So that's truly beautiful and exciting and some good news for the future, but this is kind of like a gateway. This opportunity is a gateway to more trust in yourself and in the universe and in the alignment and divine timing of things. It's more building trust that there is enough for you to always get what you want in this life. And it's this opportunity for you to see the blessings that are being laid out before you for long-term rewards and harvest and reaping of abundance. So there's so much good coming for you. Heal your voice, heal the stories that tell you it's not safe to speak up, or, find those safe spaces to speak up and to communicate with others, especially those who are involved in whatever you feel like might be holding you back or needs to be resolved, or whatever situation you feel like the money is trying to come through or that's blocking it, right? But those things it's going to be easier than you think to resolve those things. It's going to be easier than you think. It's going to happen much more effortlessly than you imagine because things are just, it's happening for you, right? So don't muddy the water with your own trying to jump ahead and force things or hurry things along, right? Have that sacred stillness, that sacred patience. And and what'll help you hold that patience is that enjoyment of the mystery, right? I know, easier said than done, but that's, the universe is like, I got you back. I got you. I'm handling it. Let me handle it. So if you've been looking for that sign to let the universe handle things, this is it, right? And if you haven't been, if you've been looking for some sign, this is your sign to let the universe handle things and to see it all as a blessing and to see it all as an opportunity for more abundance in the long term, even if you can't see how that's coming yet. But I think a lot of you can if you just sat with it for a little bit. So really cool. Deck 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and comment below letting me know what you took from it and how it resonated. I always really appreciate getting to see your comments and hearing how these readings connect with you. It truly means the world to me. So if you feel like commenting, don't be shy. I'd love to read your comments. I try to read all of them, even if I can't respond to all of them. You are, of course, welcome to subscribe to my channel for future card readings for abundance if you're not already subscribed. And if you want to come join me inside the Wealth Vibe membership so you can get access to our upcoming Receiving Mode Challenge and all of the resources, support, and community you need to more easily manifest the wealth you desire into your life, then I would love, love, love to get to connect with you there. The link for the membership is in the description and pinned comment below. And if you want to pre-order your copy of the Wealthy Woman Oracle deck, which we also use to start with, so you can get divine guidance on demand for all things money and abundance, the link for that is also in the description and pinned comment below. After you pre-order, be sure to claim your copy of the exclusive 2-hour wealth activation reading that I've recorded and I'm giving away for free as a thank you to everyone who pre-orders. The link to do that and to claim that is below. You will need to pre-order and claim your copy of that exclusive reading with the link below before the end of this month, before the end of May. After that, that offer goes away. So don't wait. With all of that being said, I'm wishing you massive prosperity and abundance, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye.